Good evening and welcome to the second episode. So last time I left you guys off with, well, the match against Arkaginia, where we lost 3-2 away from home. Luka Jovic and Slavoj Srnic ended up pulling us back to within one, but we were down 3-0 before the halftime whistle. Now following that, we played Spartak Moscow, and within this match, let's just quickly view the key highlights. So here's the 8th minute. Pretty good play by both sides up until here. And there's a shot off the crossbar from Spartak Moscow. There's Shirkov, Magdaev, Gusev. There's another post. Wow. Ristic. Here's an opportunity for Crvena Zvezda. But either way, we all know the match actually ends up being 0-0. So this was a rather drab affair. We didn't generate a single chance. Despite being at home, we let them have 5 opportunities. One of them was a clear-cut chance, but thankfully Nemanja Supic saved us from that fate. Now, following that match, we had a 4-0 win against PFK Burgas. Not much to highlight here. A couple goals by Stojanovic. Hugo Vieira scored another one, and Bruno scored another one as a sub in 90th minute. Now, with all of that being said, we will jump into our next match against Olympic Sarajevo from Bosnia and Herzegovina. Now, their tactics look a little bit unorthodox. If you look right here, they're starting Hamzic in net, who's slightly injured, but they might actually roll with him. Looks like they actually will. Dino Hamzic, decent goalkeeper for them, but at any rate, moving on. Filip Gligorov on the left, and we have Predrag Videkanic on the right. Not exceptionally great players. Looking at the way they're set up, they're fairly familiar with their positions, so they're going with what I want to call a 4-3-1-2, but it doesn't quite look that way, does it? Yeah, no, it does, but there's a giant gap in the midfield, and if we can exploit this right here, the pocket right there, because they have nobody out wide, they're going to have to push the wing backs up to cover those positions. Yeah, we can definitely make something happen in this match. Now that is against Olympic Sarajevo. Obviously, as I mentioned, in the BH Telecom Premier League. Premier Liga, or Premier League, as most of you might know it as. Now, this is the type of formation I planned on lining up with. We're looking very solid everywhere except for in the left back position. On the left, I might want to employ somebody else, but the problem is I have nobody else to employ in that position. So at least it's just gonna have to, well, have to end up being the guy that plays in that position for us. Now, with all of that being said, I'm not sure if I want to start Sedanic up front for this match against Olympic Sarajevo. Nah, I guess why not? I mean, we have some decent choices. Now, to highlight our one and only signing, Marin Popovic. I have to say I personally know this player. A very flamboyant sort of midfielder. A player who looks to bring his teammates right into the match rather than scoring himself, but he'll gladly take the opportunity if he has it, as I've had the opportunity to witness for myself. Now, looking at the ratings from FM, they've given him pretty good stats. Obviously, the player is actually contracted to Celik Zenica in the Beha Telekom Premier League, or Bosnian Premiership. Now, Celik have enjoyed some pretty good success. I'm not going to go into depth with that unless I do a save on them later on, but that's not for anything related to this series. But at any rate, I think Marin will get his debut right here. He will replace Donald, and he is best suited to play. Right now, he's an advanced playmaker, and that's where we're going to stick him. So Marin Popovic will make his debut against a team in his former league, against Olympic Sarajevo. And here we go on to the live com match. Now, one thing I'm going to do within the editor, I'm going to allow squad numbers at any time, and the only reason for that is to give Marin Popovic the number he is actually wearing in real life right now. Again, I have very, very high hopes for this player. So how much of a boost is Suleiman Smajic's absence to your winning? You know what? I'm just going to send my assistant manager to handle the tunnel talk there. The man in charge of our tactical assignments will be Ivica Momčilović. And we have to win here, even though we're away from the home. I'm expecting big things from Marin Popovic. And we'll see how the match turns out in the end. Of course, we're in key highlights, and that's how we're going to start. Olympic Sarajevo manages to get the first goal inside the first minute. Daniel Brajkovic makes it 1-0. 2-0. No, sorry, I'm sorry. Daniel Brkovic. Let's cut that. Goal! For Hugo Vieira? Okay. Well, that equalizes things for us. Oh, how did I miss that deflection? Wow, nice goal. Not even 10 minutes into the match, it's 1-1. There's a chance for Olympic Sarajevo. No goal. Again, defense very sturdy here. Katai. Oh, Hugo Vieira scores 2-1 away from home. We are up now, boys. There's a nice assist there by Cernic to Katai back to Cernic back to Katai back to Vieira. And that is 2-1. Olympic Sarajevo, Crvena Zvezda Beograd 1-2. Vieira. There's the new signing, Popovic. Beautiful cross over to Plavšić. Finds Cernic inside the box. Oh. Vieira again. Marin Popovic again. To Grujic. Ristic Vieira. Ervin Jusufovic. He fouls Hugo Vieira and he will get to take the spot kick here for a chance to go up 3-1 away from home, and does it. Hugo Vieira, 3 goals inside the first half, inside our first competitive match, inside my first match or my debut as a head coach here, and it's 3-1. What a match so far. We've generated a ton of chances. Olympic have had no reply except for that very first goal that they scored. But we've done brilliantly to come back. Within the first half we are up by 2, maybe 3-3. Katai! Oh my god. Alexander Katai. What a goal. Beautiful cut inside the box, and Alexander Katai makes it 4-1, maybe 5-1 here before the end of the first half. 5-1 possibly. No, not yet. More than surely it will be 5-1 before the end of this match, and we have played brilliantly so far. Anyone that needs a rest, Hugo Vieira will come off for sure. Now do we put... Yes, we'll put Luka Ilic. Yep. Instead of Hugo Vieira. There's no pressure on the kid today. We're just gonna start him and let him do his thing. It's 4-1 already. Could have very easily been 5-1. and it probably will be before the end of the match. There is another chance, 5-1! Illich! Luka Illich with his first of the season. Olympic Sarajevo 1, Crvena Zvezda Beograd 5. What a goal by Illich to put our club up by 4 goals. Marin Popovic, our new signing, has had a very, well, not a very, but a pretty decent debut for the club. Katai has had a magnificent game against Olympic Sarajevo here. Absolutely incredible performance by Alexander Katai. It is 1-5 right now. Considering they're coming to our stadium for the next match, this is a huge moment for us, and it may be 2-5 right now thanks to Hugo's goal, but it is not gonna help them out that much. Marin Popovic will be substituted right now despite his very, well, I wouldn't say very, I'd say semi-impressive performance right now. And Stefan Mihailovic comes on. 66th minute, it's 7-0 5, Olympic Sarajevo 2. Stefan. Oh, Brkovic scores. It's 5-3 now. This is turning out to be a more interesting match than I thought it could possibly become. Kacherman's had an absolute blunder there. He should have been able to stay in position and save that, but pardon me. He did not get it in time. It's probably going to end with the score right now. Should have probably made another substitution, but Katai was definitely not going to come off. Grujic has had a solid game. He was not going to come off. So, see, Grujic is still contributing. He's tired, but he's still playing his heart out. And that is 3 for Sarajevo and 5 for Crvena Zvezda Beograd. Yeah, I wasn't happy with the second half performance. I am gonna let them know that. I don't care how they react at this point. And I don't know what to say. At this point, we're going to take that press conference, So Mohamed Lazaro, he's asking us, you hand Luka Illich Illich's first second senior appearance today, and he certainly didn't let you down. It must have been a great moment for you to see somebody come through the ranks and score on his senior debut. Luka Illich was actually pretty damn good. if we look at him, he wasn't expected to contribute. Yet, he came in and he scored. He got himself a goal. So, I'm gonna say assertively that it was a great moment for Luka. There's no reason to comment on that. There's no reason to go in depth within that comment there. So now, Luka Ilic himself, he's the youngest ever player for Crvena Zvezda Beograd with this debut. But he's still got a long way to go. I'm staying adamant in that. No comment here. It turned out to be quite the day for Crvena Zvezda. They've been 10. Luka Ilic finding back in that. Now, of course, for our guy, Marin Popovic, not exactly a leader, but he will become a good player for us. Hugo was unbelievable. And that is going to end our match right there. Now, apart from the match and the match conference, the only thing I want to cover is the signing of Marin Popovic from Čelik Zenica for $230,000. Now, what that means obviously is that we've dipped into about 25 to 30% of our transfer budget. I didn't quite calculate it. 750 was what we had before. So we've spent quite a bit to bring him on board, and I'm planning to feature him on board in quite a few performances over the next few matches. Now, of course, what that means is we have our opening matches in the Yellen Superliga coming up against Voždovac, Rad, Ivanica, Palanka, Sinjelic, and then OFK Beograd, who are oddly enough our affiliate. Now, I'm going to try to aim to cover those 6 games in the next episode. For right now, for tonight, I'm going to end this recording right here, and well, thank you all for tuning in, and hopefully I will see you back for the next installment, which is episode 3 of Crvena Zvezda. I'll be honest with you, I have no title for it yet, but it'll come. Good night.